Yes?
I'd like to see you.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Well, it's urgent. I'll be in Sydney tomorrow. I'll be coming up on a job.
What do you want?
I'll explain when I get there.
Did you hear David go this morning?
No.
It's a wonder, the way the car's playing up.
Morning.
Hi.
You better hurry up, love, or you'll be late.
I'm not going to school today. Well, not till everything's sorted out with the Hardys.
Kevin,
Why bother? I wouldn't pay attention.
you are going to school. We'll talk about it when your father gets
What's there
back.
to talk about? All we want to do is get married.
Elope. Do a Romeo and Juliet if her dad's going to cause trouble.
That's enough of that, thank you. And you go and get changed.
Mum.
Don't owe Mum me. You're not helping, you know. It's bad enough as it is. Oh, I'm making you some corned beef and pickle sandwiches. I hope you like them. That's all I had left.
I'm having lunch with one of the girls in the office today.
Oh, well, Kevin's never said no to extras. You'd better hurry up or you'll be late.
Come in. What are you doing here?
Haven't got long. Mum's making the bed. She didn't see me sneak out. Dad's still going on about having a baby adopted.
Oh, no way.
What are we going to do?
Well, try getting around your mum.
I have. I think she's on our side, but she always goes along with Dad.
You know, if things get too bad, we'll run away.
What good will that do? I can't get married without their consent.
Then we'll live together till you can.
What do we do for money?
I'll get a job. Can you better get going before your old man finds you here?
Oh, Kevin, what are we going to do?
Don't do anything till my dad arrives. You should be able to fix it.
Have you a moment, Beryl?
Yes, come in.
Oh, what if he can't?
Would you run away? See ya.
Now, I heard David leave this morning. I thought I'd take this opportunity while he's away to sit down with you and have a sensible conversation. Now, Lynn is still being stubborn. She insists she's going to get married and have the baby. I threatened to send her back to Tassie, but she only says she'll run away and get back to Kevin somehow. Now, I want you to get David to change his mind. We've got to make them realize that if they go through with this, they won't get any support from either family.
You know what I think? I think we should leave them alone, let them see each other, and when things have quietened down, they can talk sensibly to each other about what they want to do without us interfering.
It's not a question of what they want to do, it's what they're going to do. As far as I'm concerned, as soon as Lynn's had the baby, she puts it up for adoption.
You ever stop to think what effect that'll have on the child?
It's the only way, Beryl.
Oh, rubbish. 20 years ago, my mother had the same idea. It may work in theory, but it does not work in practice.
Well, you can see she's David's daughter. I'll leave it with you.
I had to say what I thought.
I know, love.
Latest traffic report. The accident that caused a hold-up on the Carl Expressway has been cleared and traffic is running smoothly again. All approaches to the bridge are clear except at North Sydney, where traffic lights are out at the intersection of Miller Street and the Pacific.
He had this girlfriend. She was supposed to call me.
I suppose you were surprised to hear from me.
Yes, though I shouldn't be now that Angela's living with you. Oh, sit down. How is she?
Fine. I'm sorry I should have rung you earlier to let you know how she was.
She can look after herself.
Takes after her mother, in more ways than one. She certainly has your good looks.
Yes, well, what was it you wanted to see me about?
The row you and Angela had, is there something I can do to patch things up? Well, I mean, I don't want you to think that I'm trying to keep you two apart, because I'm not.
I hate to disillusion you, but this isn't the first time Angela and I have argued. She's been very spoiled, and she's fine when she's getting her own way. But there aren't many people can put up with that. I'm sure she'll be back here eventually.
I just thought I might have been able to help.
I don't think so. It's probably doing her good being away for a while.
Yeah. You certainly haven't changed much, Pat.
Well, a few more wrinkles. Not much we can do about those. You haven't changed much either.
The grey hairs are the worry.
That's the first time anybody's called me Pat for years. I'm a terrible hostess. I haven't even offered you a drink.
I could do with a beer. It's been a long day.
What are you doing about a meal tonight?
I hadn't really thought.
Would you like to stay?
It's not too much trouble.
I'm still not the world's greatest cook, but I'm sure I can rustle up something.
That's fine. I'd like that.
I'd like to have some coffee in the lounge.
Oh, no, I'm fine here. Do you know what I think came as the biggest shock to Angela?
What?
Having to use public transport. For the first few days, she didn't know what hit her, but, well, she's okay now.
Hard for anyone in a strange city.
Oh, I think she found it a little harder than most. Well, she didn't tell us, but we had the feeling she was missing a car.
As I said, she's been spoiled, and I take all the blame. I was determined for her to have all the things that I missed out on. She doesn't appreciate it.
Well, what kid does?
You can't buy their love.
It's funny, isn't it? No matter how hard you try, they still keep making the same old mistakes. My youngest kid's got himself into trouble. The girl's pregnant. They want to get married and don't know what to do. Pat, I've often wondered, if my old man would have said yes, do you think we could have made it work?
I don't think so. Well, we wanted different things. We wouldn't have been happy. You wanted me to be a housewife. I wanted more.
And if we'd both wanted the same things?
We loved each other. Might have worked under those circumstances.
Well, you certainly got what you wanted.
Yes. It's my choice.
Well, I'm glad I stayed. Glad we talked.
It's probably something we should have done years ago.
Yes. Well, thanks for being so honest with me.
Wasn't I always?
Yes. Well, thanks for the meal.
My pleasure. Keep in touch. I'm sure Angela won't, and I'd like to know how she's going.
Sure. Would you do something for me? Would you try to get to know John? It would mean a lot to him.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Look, I'm not asking you to do it straight off. Just think about it.
All right.
Well, thanks again.
Night.
It started with...
Just having a bit of fun? What happens if the girl falls off? Who's going to pay the compensation? I don't know what you've got up in your head, Palmer. It certainly isn't brains.
I'm sorry, it was my fault.
You don't work here, do you?
No.
Well, you shouldn't even be here. And don't leave it there in everybody's way. You know where it belongs.
Sorry, Mr. Bates. I'm Angela, John's sister.
How do you do?
I'm sorry, we didn't mean to cause trouble.
Oh, that's all right. It's just things get out of control and somebody ends up getting hurt.
I didn't think.
You've got a very pretty sister, Palm. You shouldn't take risks like that with her.
Yeah, sorry, Mr. Bates. Won't happen again.
All right. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
I'll, just go and get changed. It's all right. Just a bit of a tire.
Oh, being a girl does have your advantages. I mean, like being able to wrap the boss exactly around your little finger.
Oh, yeah?
That's where I've got mine.
Half your luck.
He wanted to take me out to dinner tonight, but I told him I was too busy.
You should have gone. You might have had fun.
Oh, I didn't want to. He's a bit of a creep. Why don't we go and see a movie?
No, I can't. I'm going on a date with Catherine. Some people want all of it.
Hey!
Hey, come on. Don't drop the milk. You're happy? What's happened? I reckon everything's going to be okay now. But old Dick could change his mind. No. Know what I'd do if he doesn't.
It's all right, love.
I'll tell the others about it, Mum.
Sure, Pop. There you go. Hey, Susan.
Hello.
Hello, love. Angela.
Hello, Susan.
Hello.
I'm glad you're here. There's something I wanted to ask you.
What?
Well, you need help with your house payments, and Lynn and I need somewhere to live when we get married. Why don't we move in with you?
No.
Why not? It'll help everyone.
For starters, Kevin, I think the idea of you and Lynn getting married is stupid. You're both kids. You can imagine how it'll end up if you do go through with it.
We're serious about it.
You're only 17. How are you going to support her?
Get a job.
Without your HSC? You're nuts. It's not Disneyland out
I
there.
know that.
Oh, Kevin, there are a lot of people out of work. People have got a lot more going for them than you have.
Qualifications aren't everything.
They are when you don't have family connections.
That's enough.
Well, she wouldn't know what she's talking about, would she?
Oh, Susan, just because your marriage didn't work out doesn't mean mine won't.
I'm not talking about me. It's you I'm worried about. Mr. Hardy won't allow it, so I don't know why he bothered talking about it.
I do wish you would learn to keep your mouth shut sometimes. Couldn't you see she'd been crying?
Thought she looked a bit funny.
The letter she sent to Bill came back unopened.
Well, just because she's unhappy doesn't mean everyone else has to be.
Sorry, Susie. Mum just told us about the letter.
Why'd he send it back?
Because he loves you. He does. He told me when I went to see him.
But if he did, he wouldn't have...
Susie, what he's trying to do... It's just as hard for him as it is for you. He doesn't want to tie you down.
But I still love him. I don't want anybody else.
Maybe not now.
Not ever. As long as he's in jail, I'm going to write to him. I don't care how many letters he sends back. At least when he gets them, I'll know I still love him.
She'll be all right.
Oh, thanks.
I've got time for a shower?
You going out?
Yeah, a party.
Well, turn the sprinklers off. The water pressure's very low.
Okay.
Good movie on telly. Why don't you stay home?
Well, there's a party to go to.
Well, parties can be boring.
Be a lot of fun, too.
Oh, go on, please. Just for me.
No.
But I'll be here on my own. Everyone else is going out.
Too bad. You had a chance and you blew it. Could have been having a nice, expensive dinner with your boss.
Don't worry. I'll find something else to do.
He did the right thing. She has to learn that you have a life to live, too.
How was the party?
Good. How's your night?
Great.
I've been waiting for you. We need to have a talk.
Can't wait, I'm
No.
tired.
It's about the way you act with me. Look, you're my sister. But you're going on as if you're my girlfriend.
I do not.
You do. Look at the way you went on with Kathy. I just have to mention a name and you start making cracks. You're acting like you're jealous.
Oh, don't be stupid. She's plain, dull and suburban, and I don't like plain, dull, suburban people. You may think that's jealous. That's your problem. I'm going to bed.
Listen, will you?
Not when you're raving on. Good night.
G'day, Curly.
Oh, hello, love. How was the trip?
Good. I did a bit of thinking.
So did I.
I think I know what's best to do about the kids. Just to get the Hardys over, sit down and have a good talk.
You don't see what this is meant to achieve.
Vic! You just keep quiet and let the kids have their say. Now, what do you both want? I mean, you had all the money you needed and you were free to get married. Kevin?
Well, I'd like to stay and get my HSC. Well, with that, I'd have a better chance of getting a good job. Well, a job that'd support Lynn and the baby. I'd like to keep playing footy. I want to make Lynn happy.
She's managed all right without your help so far.
Come off it, Vic.
Look, I know you think we're just kids, but it doesn't matter. I can support her just as well now as I could if I were 21 or so.
How? Well, it's good to see that you're so sure. But we mustn't overlook the practicalities there. Hmm?
Yeah, well, maybe you'd have to help us to start off with. But I'd pay back as soon as I got a job, you know I would. All I know is I love Lynn. And waiting before we get married is not going to make any difference. All it's going to do is make us miserable.
Lynn?
I just want to leave school, get married and have the baby. I can't wait.
Yeah, well, kids are great, but they can tie you down a lot. Just ask Beryl or your mum. Another 12 months' time, it might be a different story.
It won't be.
You don't get much time to yourself. You never get out.
I know. That's what I'm looking forward to.
And being so young, money's going to be a big problem from the start. So you're not going to have what a lot of other girls expect when they get married. You won't be able to afford it.
Who cares?
I don't believe it. Lynn's always wanted to get her HSC, then go on to teacher's college.
No, Dad, that's what you want.
I want what's right for you. What's that supposed to mean?
I'm sorry, Vic. I've heard it all before. It's exactly what my dad said to me when I was going through the same trouble.
That didn't seem to hurt you.
I hate his guts for a day for what he's put me through. And I don't want to risk that with my kid. Well, I reckon you've got the right attitude to make a go of it. And as far as I'm concerned, you can get married and live here until Kevin finishes.
Over my dead body, they will. Look, I know what's right for my daughter, and it isn't marrying Kevin.
Oh, love. Victor, I think you're wrong.
Look...
No, you are. I agree with you on most things, but I'm sorry, this time you can't bulldoze us. If they want to get married, let them.
Well, it looks like you're by yourself, eh?
Muriel?
You're wrong.
Please, Daddy. Please.
All right. All right. Don't say I didn't warn you.
I had to say what I thought.
You'll get used to the idea.
Love can happen now, and it has. what love really meant.
When it came from nowhere. When it came, it altered my life. Sons and daughters, love and laughter, tears and sadness and happiness. We will find out our sons and daughters are what we too were once about.